Hello, so we are starting with right task 1, line graph. We're gonna review everything related to the line graph. I'm gonna give good advices how to writing task 1 line graph and to get high score. So let's start with the structure. So the structure is supposed to be consisted from introduction part, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and the conclusion part. So in the introduction part, first of all, you read your task, writing task, and you understand what exactly it's given there and what exactly you have to compare and to analyze. And I write the introduction part with the following sentence, which is basically you have to say the given, this or the supplied, all of these are synonyms. Presented, the shown, or the provided. Here you can say line graph. So, and further you can say shows, represents, presents, illustrates, gives, provides, describes, or demonstrates. Any of these words. Let's say you say the given line graph represents like spending on household between 99 and 2010, let's say. You can just paraphrase which is given in your task and to write introduction part by means of these synonyms and this structure. So usually when you have a line graph, you have a time on the line graph itself. And also in the task, it could be written that it was between these years or within this period. And in that case, in your introduction part, you have to write that this given line graph represents like something over this kind of period. You have to specify time in that introduction part as well. You have to be very specific with the time which you are showing on your line graph. So what kind of time, what kind of words related to the time you can use over the period, the given period, over a 2-year period from, let's say, 1990 to 1992, over the given period, over the whole period, throughout the period, over the span of 2 years, within these 2 years, during these 2 years. So, and further, when you have, let's say, you have like one graph and you want to say exactly what had happened within that time and you want to compare in another line, you have to use this kind of words in 2 years, over the last 2 years, during the first 2 years, within the next years. You have to put time measurement for sure, to be more specific and to provide more detailed information. And I gave an example of over a 10-year period in case you have like a 10-year gap between the given period and the last period. With your statistics, you can write over 10-year period or over a decade. It will show that you are like open-minded. You have lots of vocabulary to use, and you are analyzing in a high level. And also you can write about the time like over the period from like let's say 1990 to 1992, between 1990 and 1992. You can use both options, both of them are going to be right. So let's go to the examples. We have here a line graph which shows us the money which was spent in US dollars, and the gas, electricity and water within 1999 and 2002. So when you want to say about one measure which stood, let's say, here, and you want to say that there spending on electricity in 1996 stood or was or accounted for or constituted, you can account it to $150. You were saying about this point. So in order to describe it, you can use all of these words. Basically, some of them are synonyms. So this is one of the examples. And also, when you are describing your line graph and you're comparing one line to another one, you have to use antonyms. So when you say like increase, antonym is decrease. So here it's increasing, here it's decreasing, and the rise up, let's say, and the go up, just rise. In case it goes down, you say fall, go down. You can use all of these antonyms. Let's proceed with comparison. So on the line graph, we have a blue line, which we can say sharply increase, significantly increase, and dramatically increase. So in case of this green line, we can say slowly or slightly, because it didn't change that much. It changed from, let's say, 18 to approximately 22. So we are gonna use slowly and slightly in that case when we don't have that much change within this given period. So another example is when we have a change. Let's see to this line, which is this yellow one, and in case of this yellow line, we can say gradually, steady, and moderately. So let's go to the following graph. Here on this graph, we have this green line in case of no change at all. We just can say or it could be slightly change or no change at all. Here we can say had no significant changes, didn't change, or we can say remained almost constant, remained almost stable, remained at the same level, was stayed almost constant, was stayed almost stable, was stayed at the same level. So on the following graph, we have, however, we can look at this blue line, and this, in case of this blue line and this green line, we can compare with each other. Let's say here we have considerable change because it came from 60 to 100 by the end of this period, and here it came from, let's say, 18 up to this 22 by the end of this period. It didn't change that much. This one changed a lot. So in that case, we use a contrast, and we can say, however, by contrast, on the other hand, when we compare to these lines. So we'll go further, and when we are saying about trends, this is related only to trends. So we can say about this green line that it had an upward trend, about this red line showed a downward trend. So it changed from 100 to about, let's say, 35, and in case of this green line, it changed from 10 to 100. So it had an upward trend, and this red line, which is fish and chips, had a downward trend. So further, we can just say when it is similar. Look at these both lines, these blue and the red lines. So we can use words similarly and likewise when we compare. Let's say when we say about this red line, and we say it changed, it slightly changed from 400 till the 450 by September, and similarly Natural History Museum visitors changed from changed by, let's say, 50 peoples per the period, or likewise something like that. We can say that it changed slightly. So similarly thing had happened to another line, and this is comparison when we don't have that much change, and it is close to each other. So examples. So spending on gas rose sharply. We can say spending on gas showed a sharp rise. Why we're saying this? Because as you know, we have to count all of the words which we write in writing task 1, and in case of this we can just put like 2 words. Here we can put 3 words, and we're gonna have more words. Sometimes we don't have that much information to write, and because of the stress, because of other inputs, we can just forget some words or something like that, and in that case it's better to use this kind of tricks and to put more words in order to get a high score. There was a sharp rise in spending on gas. So a sharp rise in spending on gas, also more words. If you need, you can use also this structure and apply these tricks during IELTS writing task 1. So also decline slowly, showed a slow decline, you can use, grew steadily, showed a steady growth. So also when we start another sentence, we have to put like additional words as also, moreover, in addition, and additionally. And just further we can just describe what exactly we show on the graph and just provide the following information. And at the end of your writing task, you have to write conclusion. In case of conclusion, you can put this word like overall, to sum up, to summarize. I personally was using the word to sum up because it has 3 words. Yeah, but it's up to you. In case you are sure that you have more than 150 words, you can just go with overall. But in case you need more words, you can come up with to sum up. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Have a good day. Good luck with your IELTS exam. I'm gonna proceed with writing task in the following lessons. So have a good day. Bye.